If you want to eat a dehydrated pasta-based snack from a cup, what do you buy? You get a pot noodle, of course you do. But then the question comes, what do you do if you've got a job? Because pot noodles are for poor people and students, surely. Well, luckily, plenty of other companies have that stupid idea and have decided to come up with their alternatives. So you no longer have to have the embarrassment of putting a pot noodle in your basket, and you can have something that looks like you've got money. Now, personally, I love a pot noodle. It doesn't deserve the reputation it's got. I think they're great. But, you know, it's good to have choice. You know, this looks like it might be nice. Initial impressions: hard plastic, rigid, solid, full of pasta. This, a bit, well, it's a bit, oh, it's a bit squidgy. I don't know if I've just done this. I've noticed the lid is also come undone slightly. Whether that happened in the shop or whether that happened just then, I don't know. We're going to carry on anyway. So I'm going to prepare this and I'm going to prepare that. And we're going to see which one is the best. Now, this is original curry flavour. This is hearty sweet potato and lentil curry, or as I like to also call it, curry flavour. So I've got the two closest ones I can think of. And we're going to fill them up with water, you know, rehydrate them, heat them up, and see what they're like. Let's open the lids first, actually. Before we get the hot water, we'll open the lids. Pot noodle, as you'd expect, full of stuff. You get your little squeezy sauce, mango flavoured in this one. And as pot noodles seem to be going for at the moment, less time cooking, more time chasing your dreams. And I'm a big fan of that. That's the whole point of this channel, is saving time with your food so you can go off and do more important things. Because at the end of the day, food's only there to keep you alive. It's not that special or impressive. Pot noodle looks great. The Blooming Good Food Co. Well, I think you can see where the value is. I can't remember quite how much these were. They're both roughly £1-ish. But this has got a lot less in it. And in fact, looking at it, I mean, it's got, I don't know what those little chunks are. Maybe that's the sweet potato, but it's just powder. There's no pasta, so it's not really a fair fight, is it? This is full of pasta and stuff. This is just powder. Looks like there's a few dried lentils and some chunks of sweet potato. It's not even a... I'm going to... let's get the water done. I'm going to peel this off because it's annoying the way it flaps back. There we go. I probably need to put it on there anyway. We're going to heat it up, get some water in, see where we go. So that's the water all pulled in. I had to do it off camera because when you do it on camera, there's so much steam coming off the kettle, the lens just gets misted up. So unfortunately, you didn't get the money shot, as it were. But looking at it from here, this one seems nice and full. This one still seems a bit empty and watery. If you shake the pot noodle, you can see it's just full of stuff. So as it stands at the moment, the pot noodle is well in the lead. And we've just got to wait for a few minutes. I think this one's 2 minutes, stir in the sachet, and then 2 minutes, and this one says 5 minutes, so we'll come back to it in a jiff. I would say if you can hang around, it'd be fine, but I'll just edit it and cut it, you know, whatever. See you in a sec. Right, I think we're there. I've given it 5 minutes. I'm going to peel the rest of this lid off. I've got two fresh forks. No, sorry. I've got a fresh fork for the pot noodle, and I've got a spoon for this because it just looks a little bit, well, wet. I'm going to go for the pot noodle first. Let's have a look. Being noodly, you do the old twisty. And you still don't get many noodles on it. Oh, it's splashing everywhere. Oh, God, it is splashing everywhere. It's quite misty. Apologies for that. I'll bring it over here. I know it's going to taint the other one. Basically, this is just noodles with some flavouring on it, really, at the moment. Let's give it a try. Mild curry would be the thing. There's a slight spiciness to it, but really it's kind of just sort of like, spicy crisps. If you buy like, I don't know, maybe not spicy tomato, but it's got that kind of feel. When you buy like certain flavours of Monster Munch, it's just got that slight tang to it. Is that the best way to word it? I don't know. It's not a very strong flavour, it's quite mild. I'm just going to try and see if I can stir it up a bit. There we go, there's a pea there. Let's see what the peas taste like. They taste rehydrated. The peas are, if I'm honest, poor when they're on their own. I dare say if you mix it with a bit of the noodle, I'm going to go for one more big chunk noodle. I'm going to properly twist this up. Hopefully it all comes out in one piece. But yeah, I think the peas are a bit, you need to mix it all up. It's sort of a whole package. There we go. It's drip, drip, drip. Let it drip dry. Oh, for goodness sake. This is why I need to do things that don't include boiled water in the recipe. It will clear. Anyway, off we go. Delicious, if ever so slightly mild. There's not a lot to it. Okay, pop that back in. Now we're going to go for the posh one. It's a lot thicker now. Look at that. It's a properly thick sauce. I'm just going to try and get a bit of every ingredient on the spoon. There we go. I think that's a good enough mouthful. Wow. Oh, God, it's got a bit of a kick to it. I have to say, that has redeemed itself. This is really painful for me. I wanted Pot Noodle to smash it. You know, to just be like, yeah, you think I'm just cheap, nasty food for students or whatever. And do you know what? Compared to that, it kind of is. It's literally just noodles with a bit of like weak flavouring on. This thing, I mean, it's just, there's so much in there. Let's get an individual piece. I assume the little square, the little white bit here is a bit of butternut squash. Which perhaps a little bit, by my standards, underdone, but it's fine. I'm not sure what else everything is. I haven't even read the ingredients. Not that I can tip it up to show you, because obviously everything will fall out. Apparently it's got carrot, red onion, spinach, dried potato, lentils and sweet potato in it. I'm just going to get a lump. I think I'm going to group everything together without the sweet potato in it. Get off, there we go. So I'd call that mystery veg. That is really good. It's spicy. Not too spicy. It's not like it's a vindaloo or anything, but it's got a kick. If you want some spice, get this one. This one's good. The vegetables all kind of, if I'm honest, I can't pick out the individual vegetable flavours. They're all a bit sort of cloaked in spice and sauce, but as a texture, it's really nice. The only thing I'd say is you'd probably want to have something with it. Maybe, I don't know. It just feels like it's missing something because it hasn't got the pasta. It doesn't have any rice or noodles or anything in there, and you just sort of feel like there's not a lot there. But what is there is really good. Okay, I'm going to have one more taste of both, and then we're going to do a final verdict. Pop that back in there. Let's go for a bit more pot noodle. Get a big lump of it, see if I can get it on the fork. The pot noodle is a bit hard to eat really when you think about it, because the moisture just means all the noodles just sort of fall off your fork. It doesn't sort of bind properly, like, you know, so if you're eating really nice spaghetti, it kind of sticks to the fork and it's really easy to sort of scoop it up, whereas this kind of flaps about, and it does make a mess when it's so wet. Look, it's just give it a little shake, you can see it all wanting to sort of fall off. And it makes a mess of your worktop as well. Okay, pot noodle. Big old mouthful of the other one. Okay, I'm ready. Final verdict. It's this one. It's this one. This flavour-wise smashes this. This is just like flavourless pasta drenched in slightly flavoured water. This is full of flavour. It's not as good as having a proper curry by any means. But if you're in a bind and you don't have a microwave where you are, all you can get is a kettle, that is a good substitute for having a better quality, you know, it's a good option. It's a good substitute for a normal curry that you'd buy to put in a microwave. All I would say is you might want something extra, maybe have a little slice of bread on the side just to give you a bit more of a bulk to it, but I would eat that and go slightly hungry rather than eat that It's hard to say. If I had just that, I probably wouldn't know the difference. I'd probably just be like, that's fine. But having had that next to it, that is so much better. So yeah, buy the Blooming Good Food Co. 100% plant-based hearty sweet potato and lentil curry. Not a Pot Noodle original curry. Unless you really like flavourless pasta. Anyway, I'm going to finish... Well, I'm definitely going to finish that. I might even finish that. And all I can say from then on is thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.